All right, Mr. Ernie, my father-in-law, who I adore and love so much. We're just going to take a little trip down memory lane. I'm going to ask you a few questions. If anything does get too personal, you can tell me next, move on, or piss off, whichever one you choose. And it'll be edited, so you'll look really nice. So we can either start, if you want to speak some about your childhood, we can start there. If you want to make the beginning when you and Diana first met, how you got to know her, whichever one you want to, whichever way you start, is kind of what I want most from the interview is to get to know some things about you that we don't already know, things that make reasons why Ernie is who Ernie is.
All right, I'll start from 18 years old, joined the Army, 199th Light Infantry Brigade, Vietnam, 2 years.
What year?
67 to 70. Came back from Vietnam, went to Southern Illinois University from 70 to 75, got a degree in architecture. Then got married to a girl named Mary Cronin, and we moved to California, separated. We were too young, growing both in different directions. Then I stayed a bachelor for probably 20-some years, maybe.
Wow.
And I had miscellaneous girlfriends, live-ins, throwaways, whatever you want to call them.
Right. Why did you stay away from relationships, though? Was there
no reason?
No reason. Just didn't happen.
And then I had a live-in here at the time, and I needed insurance for the ranch. That's how I met Diana.
Oh, okay.
Then we, of course, became infatuated with each other and started having an affair. The girl I was with, she was an alcoholic cuckoo. Tried to, well, another stuff. Anyway, tried to pay her off so she'd leave. She wouldn't leave. So I had to get a restraining order for her.
Oh, wow.
And that was funny, going to the courthouse filing for a restraining order on a woman when I'm looking at all these battered women there at the jailhouse.
You just could not get rid of her.
No, she would not leave.
Any other way.
20 grand.
Wow.
She wouldn't leave.
Wow. You must have been hot stuff.
So then filed a restraining order, finally got her out of here. Then Diana, of course, moved in. On a funny note, one day, I call her the first Diana, because they were both named Diana.
Oh.
Showed up here at the front gate, and Diana, too, was here. And, so Diana 1 wanted to come back, and she was even willing to sleep in the separate bedroom.
Oh,
and
share you with the second Diana.
That didn't go over too well with
the second.
Diana too. So anyway, ran her off, and then been living with Diana now 19 years today. Well, no, that's we were married 19 years today. Probably been living together 20. And here we are today. That's pretty much the gist of things.
The
anyway.
nutshell. Why decide to marry? What was it about her that made her different than the girls that just came in and out?
Well, when we were just cohabitating, I made the mistake of saying that I would never get married unless the woman had proposed to me.
Oh.
And so Diana did. And
Smart woman. Another reason why you considered marrying her.
And I said yes, and that's how that worked.
She got you. Clever.
And we're a perfect match anyway. I don't even know if we've had an argument in 19 years, to be
Oh.
honest with you.
Awesome.
I mean, we cohabitate together perfectly.
Yes.
She takes care of me like nobody else would ever take care of me.
Y'all are equally yoked.
So, you know, of course I love her, and we're gonna stay together to the end. Who'd have me now? I'm an old fart.
You still have that spark. That's all that matters, right? Is there anything that people don't know about you that you'd like for people to know about you?
Not really. All that needs to sleep.
Yeah. Any advice for the next generations coming up?
If you're a man or a boy or whatever you are, you be ready. You're gonna work till the day you die. Understand that, and it's your responsibility to take care of the family no matter what the costs. But you are the man, and you will pay. You will bear the yoke, I guarantee that.
So accept it early on, and life will be a lot easier.
Go to work, mind your business, go to work. Well, man always used to tell me when I'd bitch when I was younger, he'd say, if you want the job, shut the fuck up and do what you're told. And if you don't, then get the hell out. And I've pretty much lived that credo my whole life.
Yeah.
And
And it got you very far.
you gotta work. Yeah, I mean, you gotta strive. You gotta try and hang out with people who are better than you.
Yes.
You know, that are of value to know, not a hindrance that are an anchor. That's the biggest thing that I could say.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. Supporting who you surround yourself with.
Very. Image is everything.
Yes.
Always be clean, always be proper, always be dressed for the job, you know.
And I found with the company you keep thing, why hang out with people? Because it seems like that's kind of what we do in our society is we find people that are like-minded, that think like us and dress like us and act like us, and that's our circle of friends, when really we should be striving for people that dress better than us, that know more than us, that, you know, in whatever field we want to go, you know, if you want to be even a farmer, you know, even something, you know, seemingly simple, you know, can become very difficult, you know, farming,
But it's dress for success.
Right.
You know, every day I guess I'm a little bit too much maybe from the military. I mean, still iron my jeans and iron my shirt. That I do all my own ironing, not Diana. She does the laundry, of course, but you know, careful of what I wear. And again, it's pertinent to what you're doing, but even just here on the ranch, if I'm you know, not working or doing it, I still dress
To impress.
like I'm working.
Right.
You know, you never know who's going to come over, or where you're going to go, or you know.
Yeah.
If I drop dead, I want to look pretty.
Yeah. Well, like the old timers said, always make sure you got some some clean, not green, but clean panties on. You never know when you're gonna be in the hospital. And
So that's pretty much it.
Let me ask you a few questions before I let you go. What year were you born?
1948, May 10th.
May 10th. What were your mom and dad's names? Do you know your mom's maiden name?
My dad's name was Claude Speaks. My mother's name was Eleanor Mildred Plate was her
Maiden name?
maiden name. Then it was her parents were George and Estelle Plate. I don't know what grandma's maiden name was. My dad's parents were dead, you know, before I was born. You know, the grandpa died of cirrhosis of the liver, and
What did the grandmother die of?
I don't even know.
No?
Nobody ever spoke of my grandmother. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. What about your mom's parents? What did they pass from?
Or did they?
Pass away from?
Oh, Grandma, she had a heart attack and died in her garden, her flower bed, which she liked. And Grandpa, he came to live at our house. He got my bedroom. And then he died of old age.
Oh, okay. How old was he?
I don't know.
60s, 70s, 80s?
Probably 70s. I don't.
Yeah.
That's as close as I could make it.
Did you have any siblings?
Do I?
Did you have any siblings?
No, I haven't had any children.
No siblings. Do you have any sisters or brothers?
Oh, sisters, brothers, yeah. I got a sister and a brother. Sister 3 years old, younger, and a brother, I don't know. I didn't find out till later in life. My grandma told me that he was an adopted boy. Not that it mattered, but you know, he was gay, which was weird. None of us talked. I just alienated from my life. Every time they'd call, and never everything's great. It's always they needed money.
Right.
Money.
Right.
First it was 50, then it was 100, then it's 250, then it's 500, then it was 1,000. You know, and then finally I just got fed up and wrote him off.
Do what you gotta do, yeah.
And I haven't talked to him since.
Yeah. Just for information purposes, you know. Instead of having to do the DNA.
Those in the garage, but they cooked on the house?
Yeah, the gray can.
It's in the garage on the house.
You can put it in this one.
In that yellow one?
Yeah, just tie it up.
I know there's gonna be questions that I wanted to ask you that I'm like, what's your favorite color?
Earth tones.
Republican, Democrat.
Republican.
Stones or Beatles?
Neither one, really. They were
Favorite
famous bands.
favorite
and
band then?
I listened to them, but you know, I never really had like a maybe Foreigner, The Doors, Joplin, you know.
Probably better to ask you what kind of hog or what kind of bike you like best.
I've had a few. I had my first one was a 1958 Triumph 650,
Oh, Triumph.
and me and the old man tore it apart and rebuilt it. I rode and raced that for a while, and then moved into Harleys. My first one was a 60-something maybe. And I tore it down, made a chopper.
Oh, nice.
Here's a, in fact, I might just have
A photo of it? Oh, great.
here's my original Triumph.
Oh, yeah.
This is my chopper. There's a couple more of my Triumph.
That's the chopper.
There's
Trying it. Oh, that was a sweet. Yep. Better question to ask than music.
an old girlfriend that
This is a good one right here.
I went to picture her somewhere.
Oh, check this out.
Here's some other. This is a really, really, really old picture
Ooh, we don't know how he got all those girls.
of my family long time ago.
So that would be dad and mom
Yep,
and sister and brother and you.
yep,
Brother's older than you?
yep.
Okay. That's a
Yep,
really
that's
cool
a-
picture.
That's a long time. What is there, a date on the back? I don't think so.
No. Unless it was 45. 1945, I doubt it.
No,
That's a
but
picture.
yeah, that's the early family right there.
Were you born in Florida?
Chicago.
Chicago? Is that where your family mainly was from, or?
Yep.
Oh, it is. All right. Well, I think we're at the 20-minute mark. You got anything else you would like to add?
That's about it. Other than now I'm in the fall or winter stage of my life, and
Any regrets?
things are different. You know, now I'm getting to the point where I'm too old to work because they don't want an old fart like me. And we'll see. I'm trying to talked myself into retiring. I've retired 3 times now for a year, and then I go back, and a year, and I go back. And we'll see, what the hell am I now? 72. Getting a little old in the tooth.
Right, right. You're still active around the house, though. You still
Oh yeah.
keep your place as beautiful as the first time they came here, you know.
I have a little more time to dedicate.
Right, right.
But then that's good, because I'm moving a little slower.
Yeah. Well, aren't we all? Aren't
But
we
I'm
all?
looking forward to, I got the boat. It's been sitting. Now I'm going to have time. I might become a biker fisherman, I guess.
Captain. Well, anytime,
Ex-biker fisherman.
anytime you need a skipper, I will be right there for you. Aye, aye, Captain, the whole way. I lived on a boat. I lived on a boat for about 7, 8 months
Oh yeah?
off of the Hillsborough River, and it was
This fast
awesome.
boat, now I want to start doing like, you know, the lakes in, around Avon Park, Sebring,
Oh yeah,
you know, Okeechobee.
Right down the
doing
street from-
Okeechobee,
yeah.
Yeah, they, you know, they're close,
yeah,
and they're all good lakes to fish,
yeah.
so.
Nothing's stopping you.
nothing.
So that's going to be your next
Yeah,
mountain.
the one thing I find, though, it's interesting, is you got nobody to do it with. Everybody else isn't retired. You know, so it's okay, so you're retired now, whoopee.
You're going to have to enlarge your circle of friends and get some older, the older crew.
Yeah, so I can take care of them and do all the fucking work.
Do the hard work. No
I
thanks.
mean, it'd be nice to have a fishing partner, yes. You know, because, think about it, okay, I want to launch the boat. Oh, good. So now I drive there, I pull up, I back down, now I unhook it, then I tie it to the dock, now I pull the trailer out, now I park the trailer, come back to the dock, get in the boat. Oh boy, now I'm ready.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot quicker when you got an extra pair of hands.
Well, yeah, an extra guy, or woman for that matter, that, you
Well, better with a
untie
guy.
the
Better
boat.
with a guy.
untie the boat, you know, tie it up, sit in the boat, I don't have to get out, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know,
Yeah.
and launching isn't the big deal, it's bringing it back,
Going back in.
you know, so now.
And you're tired,
now,
you know, from being
you gotta
out.
ram it up on the trailer, oh boy. Or do you gently pull up to the dock, tie off, go get the trailer, and then, you know, pull the boat out away from the dock and pull it into the slot in the trailer nicely, hook up the cable, and jack it in like most normal human beings.
Yeah.
But those guys that fish alone, I guess I'm gonna learn to do the same thing.
Where there's a will, there's a
You know,
way,
you-
you know.
Gonna have to tie the boat up, go get the trailer, put the trailer in, untie the boat, turn it on, go back out, get into ramming speed so that you bounce up onto the trailer.
Right?
Yeah. I guess I'll put a few dents and
Figuring out
scars
the hard way.
yeah, dents and scars in the boat, bending the trailer as I learn this, we see. We'll see.
Oh. You have to get your medals on video as well. Because I'm always fascinated to look at them when I'm here.
They're called challenge coins.
Challenge
Coins.
coins.
They originated in Greece, actually. The
Huh.
gladiators traded different coins.
Oh,
And
that's
it's-
where it started.
And then really became popular in World War One, when the barons and whatnot had their own flight squadrons and so forth.
Right.
And this one baron had a flight squadron. He gave them all a challenge coin. And the story is this one guy drilled a hole through it and wore it around his neck,
Huh.
which I probably would have done too.
Right.
Like that. And he was captured behind the lines, and he escaped from Germany, and then was in France and got captured, and they were going to kill him. And one guy noticed the coin,
No way.
and that saved his
Saved
life,
his life.
and that's what got him back. Now, that's the
Whoa.
more famous story out of the computer. What do they call it? The encyclopedia that you find on computer.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia. And then ever since, different units have had their own coins. Even the president has his own challenge coin.
Huh.
And
And then they give it out.
they're passed out. Now and you transfer the coin with a handshake with it in your palm when you're giving the coin.
Now, why would you give someone that coin?
Respect, honor. A lot of people have asked me for my coins that are engraved, that give my years of service and so forth. I've given a few. I've given quite a few away
Oh, wow.
to people that you especially see it at VFWs, American Legions, every one of them.
Yeah,
old
I've
farts-
noticed them
Every
before.
one of them old farts got a challenge coin.
The church that I've been attending, they broke away from this church called Bikers for Christ. You ever heard of that
Yes, vaguely.
group or whatever? They ride motorcycles
Right.
and they're Christian, but they have different ones. There's older ones that were in Vietnam, all the way to 20-something-year-old, and they all. I've seen them talking about it here and there, and been curious, but didn't want to
And then,
overstep my boundaries.
Once you accept the challenge, you carry a challenge coins with you 24 hours a day, or it's the first thing you put in your pocket, and
Right.
when you get dressed, whatever. I carry mine. Same thing.
And you only have one that you carry around?
Pretty much that's my basic.
One shot, one kill. Oh, cool. See that? And it's got a hole.
Yep.
Make sure you're getting that. A hole in the head. That's very cool. Yeah, that'd probably be...
And the other thing that's done with a challenge coin is if you take your challenge coin, you go in a place and you put the challenge coin down like that, slap it on the bar.
Right?
Those that don't have a challenge coin owe you a drink. Those that have a challenge coin, you owe them.
Oh!
You know. But that's kind of changed. I don't go to the VFW as much now because I've stopped drinking. So
Yeah.
I could still go. I mean, I did the drinking portion, and I don't give a shit about it anymore.
Yeah.
But the camaraderie in those joints.
Yeah.
That's what a challenge coin is.
Awesome. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, when you live as long as me, you've seen a few things.
And when you've lived as long as me, 50 years I just got under my belt, you learn to learn from those who've come before you. It's a lot easier than learning it the hard way. And that's my favorite way of learning, the hard way. It gets a little tough though. You get a little bit more bruised the older you get learning that way. So
Yeah.
I figure I'll just get my knowledge from the ones that are a little bit older than me. Make it easier. See, instead of having to go to war and everything else, I can learn through you instead of having to sign up.
War will teach you a few things.
Oh, for sure. You think that was essential in your life, being in the service?
I come from a military
Oh,
family.
okay.
You know.
Your dad was...
My grandfather was 1, my dad was 2, my uncle was Korea. I was bred.
Right, right. It wasn't even a question then.
Really, Vietnam started and I was old enough.
You
I
just
was
knew.
there.
It wasn't...
No.
You didn't have, that come to Jesus moment where you
No. Not at
there was
all.
no... Wow.
Not at all.
Wow. Well, God bless you
And
then.
then it was a gamble.
You're more of a
And
man
it
than
turned
me.
out, you know.
You're more of a man than me.
But she got me my college degree. But the only thing that Army took from me, if I was going to say they took anything but gave me good, is that the Agent Orange that they were using, they didn't know.
Yeah,
But, you know, it was harmful.
yeah.
And it always made me not have any children. That was the driving force. I
Right.
always thought I'd have a 5-pound ear and it'd be deaf. That was what I used to say. You know, because people were having deformed children.
Yeah, yeah,
And then, you know, it gets your liver.
yeah.
That's the only, you know, when I die, that's what it'll be. Because that's what's happening now, so.
Right.
Here's my itinerary with the VA, for Christ's sake,
Oh, wow.
for this month. I got what? CT scan. on
1, 2, 3,
Tuesday.
4, 5 in the next week.
The next week, I got a COVID test.
Oh,
Then I
gosh.
got an MRI. Then I got a colonoscopy. Then I see the cancer doctor.
Hey, real